I'm the luckiest guy I know. I was blessed with the best mother, an interesting father, a great culture where I grew up in a place called Youngstown, Ohio. It was an ethnic mix of criminals and characters and entrepreneurs and leaders, really.
I would say that my dad was a pioneer, is a pioneer in the family. The family he came from were not entrepreneurial. As a father, he never defined himself by his business, which I really give him a lot of credit for.
But I always had a nose for money. Back then, you either stole it, or you worked for it, or you married it. And so I tried two of those and ended up working for myself. I was ambitious and curious, but I wasn't very academic. I graduated third from the bottom, not the top. I had no plan at all. And so I ended up working on the railroad back in 1956. I remember I had $5. And then within 18 months, I came to Harrisburg and started my own railroad construction company, something I never thought I'd ever do. Beyond all that, when I say, who am I, how did I get here, I'm the luckiest guy. I know, because I was free to do what I wanted to do. When I turn on the television now and I see bail out this, free education, they're stealing the liberty and the freedom of these young kids. We're at a time in our life right now in this country where those of us who did so well and cared so little about the country have an opportunity, really, to step back and do something of real value. Well, the mission is to preserve the free market capitalist system. If I could rule for a day, I'd put a needle in the arm of every employer, every entrepreneur, every capitalist, retired or active, stick it right in and say, drip, 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 it's time. If you walk into their office, what you'll find on their desk and their credentials and their walls, what do you find? You find a picture of their children, their families, they cherish. Well, if you really love and cherish them, you want them to be free to have the same choices you had. And the only way we do that now is that we need to take our time and go in and do the dirty work, do the heavy lifting. The politician should be someone who wants to get elected, serve, do the best they can, leave, period, and go back to where they came from. That's how the Founding Fathers perceived it and designed it to be. Whereas today it's completely upside down. It's a place where you build careers. It's the elite now. It's almost a class among itself. You know, the new rich are coming out of the nonprofit environment. Think about that. We need to take them on. And it's coming out of the roots of Pennsylvania, the special place. We need to take them on to do what? To bring those who produce jobs, small business particularly, 70% of the jobs they produce, I'm told, 70% of the taxes come from firms with less than 70 people. Okay, so isn't it time that we get engaged and we get elected to do what? To take them on, the same as the Founding Fathers did, to take on the unionized bureaucracy, not the people. Pennsylvania is the only place that started, and I'll tell you, I've proven it because we have gone beyond with the program we worked to states like Virginia and Delaware and Ohio and Michigan and Missouri and Texas and 3 New England states are following the lead of what we're doing by getting capitalists elected, getting people who produce the work and the tax to say, it's time I stick my nose into the business of public policy, because it really just it's the time to do it, and it's the best place to start, right here where the nation started, with the same spirit of us, because it's our turn and it's time. It's real simple. You abandon security in search of opportunity. An entrepreneur is somebody that takes all the God-given talents you know inside of you and goes about finding them, because there's nothing as precious as self-employment. You meet someone you would have never met before when you become self-employed, when you put it all on the line.
You know, thank God today we have the freedom, unlike many other countries, to push ourselves, even if it's not business. People that are not in business can be entrepreneurs by seeing a problem and coming up with a solution and then actually executing on it.
There was a time where the night before you were going to wake up the next day no longer suffering from paycheckitis, that you were going to be self-employed. That was a special moment. With all the talent and all the experience and all the ambition, all that you were, you had no other choice but to quit your job and go into business. I question this: what if you couldn't do that? So to get them to step in now is to say to themselves, look at your sons and your sons' and daughters and say to themselves, I want them to have the same opportunity. And if they're not free to do it, what do we accomplish? We're not going to politic our way out of this. This is really, I hate to use the word, it's morality. It's right versus wrong. I'm hopeful about the future of capitalism because the millennials are smart, and the millennials, like 56% of them, hate public corruption. They really do. Yet at the same time, 98% of them like small business. They want to be free to do the stuff they want to do. Seniors out there, particularly the ones who have gained economic freedom, you can re-educate your adult children who they can re-educate their millennials, your grandchildren, so that we can get the country back. It's the greatest gift that keeps on giving any parent, to watch them do something, not so much the same thing, but to do it better. And that is just like, I wish that for every parent. The spoils still belong to the risk taker. And to me, there's 900 definitions of what an entrepreneur is, but first you must be free to choose, abandoning security in pursuit of opportunity.